Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Malden's Porchfest 2025. We have a great lineup today. We have great food and we have great services. We have food from the Establishment Restaurant in Medford. It's delicious. Try some. We've got fruit salad. We've got acupressure. We got chips, dips, and soda. Right now, we're going to start off with the King Serpent Variety Team. They're going to regale us with pirate songs, sea chanties, jokes, entertainment. I don't know what to expect, but hopefully they won't make me walk the plank. Okay?
Today's young.
Uh-oh, I heard a rolling R. So, right now, let's take it away.
There they go.
No, I'm gonna be moving around.
Hi, how are you? What's your name? Marilyn, I'm Ann. Nice to meet you. Right,
What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Put him in the longboat till he's sober. Put him in the longboat till he's sober. Put him in the longboat till he's sober early in the morning. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises early in the morning. Hooray, Jolly Roger, hooray, Jolly Roger, hooray, Jolly Roger, early in the morning. Put him in the longboat till he's sober. Put him in the longboat till he's sober. Put him in the longboat till he's sober early in the morning. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises. Hooray, and up she rises early in the morning. Arr, mateys! And now, our fearless leader, the scourge of the seven seas, I give you Captain David Forktongue.
Revive me! Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful! Well, it's good to be here. Is everybody ready to have some fun?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. We can do better than that. I want to hear some noise. Is everybody ready to have some fun? Wonderful, wonderful. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Now, hi there. It's okay, I'm friendly. I love children, so believe me, I'm not going to be picking on you children. The adults, though, we'll see how you do. Well, welcome, folks. I am Captain David Forktongue, and I am a very well-known pirate captain. Now, like everybody else, that was not my first profession. I started off as just a member of a crew aboard a military vessel. And I served a captain by the name of Captain William Warren for the military. Now, even though I served the captain, me heart and soul was always that of piracy. Now, there was treasure to be gained on Captain Warren's ship. Now, it was reported to Captain Warren that I was seen stealing some wealth that belonged to the Navy. And I was taken, shackled up, and brought before Captain Warren. And he questioned me about these crimes. He also questioned me as he heard that I was guilty of some other crimes aboard his ship. And as he is naming all of these things that I'm being accused of, I just put my head down and raised it up very slowly and looked him in the eye And all I could do was say to him, yeah, I did that. Yes, I did that too. Oh, that? Oh, I don't know about that one, but that's a good one. I'm going to take credit for that one even though I didn't do it. And of course that got me shackled up and locked in the brig. Now, Captain Warren gave orders to build a gallows right there on the deck of the ship. And the next day when sun rose, I was to be hanged by the Moro. Now the Moro came, mates, and they went to get me out of the brig, and I was nowhere to be found. Where was I? Do you think you know where I was? Where was I? Where'd I go? No, you don't know? How about you, little mate? Oh, I went to the Rodney James Dio concert? Oh, you thought I hooked up with Spider-Man. Well, that's a good idea, but that's actually not what I did. Well, what I will say, mates, is that although I love sharing my adventures of piracy, this is one story that I like to keep close to my heart, and I will not reveal. But what I will reveal, mates, is that, yep, she knows what's coming up. What I will reveal, mates, is that years later, I was seen captaining my own ship, and I sailed that ship under a flag of piracy, mates! And I assembled a wonderful crew here, including these mates. First of all, round of applause for One-Eyed Bruce, ship's minstrel. One-Eyed Bruce, where is it? Did you forget it again? That's why we call you One-Eyed Bruce. You're supposed to wear the eye patch. Oh, it makes me look silly. Well, like that, you look even sillier. You look like Mr. Magoo. Now, also, Tortuga Tom, right here. Round of applause for him. Ship's
Yeah!
Oh, you got a fan right over here already, Tortuga Tom. Hooray! Now, we have a wonderful show planned for you folks. We're going to have some more music and some stories, and if you're lucky, a few surprises you may not have even asked for. Now, up next is something that I like to call the privilege of the captain. So, if everybody could please clap your hands. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now when I was a schoolboy, I lived at home at ease. Now I am a sailing man, I sail the wintry seas. I thought I'd like seafaring life, it's alright till I'm found. It's a big sight worse than slavery when we get off the ground. And it was haul boys haul, haul boys haul. Heave away the captain lads and let's get off the trawl. When the winds are blowing, the ships are gently rolling. My Emma, won't you be true to me? Now every night in winter, as regular as a clock, it's on me all sou'wester like wide roasting frock. And then up to the captain lads, and then we'll heave away. Well, that's a cry in the middle of the night as well as in the day. And it was haul boys haul, haul boys haul. Heave away the captain lads and let's get off the trawl. When the winds are blowing, the ships are gently rolling. My Emma, won't you be true to me? With winter passing over and springtime coming on, we'll go out in a weather, no time for beer or song. But then ashore we'll sail to catch it, easier to bear. For it's beer all night in the ladies' arms when we get paid our share. And it was haul boys haul, haul boys haul. Heave away the captain lads and let's get off the trawl. When the winds are blowing, the ships are gently rolling. My Emma, won't you be true to me? And it was haul boys haul, haul boys haul. Heave away the captain lads and let's get off the trawl. When the winds are blowing, the ships are gently rolling. My Emma, won't you be true to me? Thank you, mates. And now, at this time, I am going to turn things over to Tortuga Tom. And Tortuga Tom is gonna tell you what awaits you when you touch the gold Davy Jones. Oh, come on.
Any of you mateys here looking for the gold of Davy Jones? Heard of the gold of Davy Jones? Well, let me tell you a cautionary tale. You best keep a weather eye out. Not this eye, that's the other eye, but a weather eye out. Because there are many tales and legends that have arisen about the gold. Some say that to possess the gold of Davy Jones grants you eternal life. Another legend says he who holds the gold of Davy Jones controls the seven seas and a fish pond or two. Now, before signing the articles of Captain Forkbeard, I served under another captain. And once he found the gold, and for several months we had good fortune and happy times, hooray! But one day, a black spot infested all of the crew. It mocked us as accursed, and Davy Jones himself appeared before us, and he said, by touching his gold, we must now serve as his slaves for all eternity aboard the Flying Dutchman. Now, I had touched a lot of the gold, to be honest. I wasn't supposed to. And I had a lot of spots. And I showed Davy Jones me spots, and I said, I've got a lot of spots. I even showed him my Australian spot. I call it that because it was down under. And Davy Jones looked at me and he said, that's disgusting, get off my ship. And he kicked me off his ship with his boot, practically into the arms, the welcoming, loving arms of Captain Forkbeard, the most generous pirate captain in all the seas. Captain Forkbeard said to me, in lieu of a measly share of the pirate booty, I could keep and sell any cannonball that I happen to catch. I am a lucky man. So, this is my cautionary tale. If you spot the gold of Davy Jones, be very careful, because it can spot you right back. That is my tale. Amen.
So far, he hasn't caught one of the cannonballs. Obviously, he hasn't figured out exactly where I'm aiming them. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you another little song here, but I need your help with this song. So, I will demonstrate what I want you all to do. Everybody, if you take your hands like this, and I want you to clap like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, try it. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There, now. You're doing it fine so far. Let's see how well you do it during the song. Now, this song I'm going to share with you is a song called The Wild Rover. Now, in this context, the Wild Rover isn't a dance or a woman or anything like that. In fact, I will point out to you that this is the original and true version of the song, obviously because it's about pirates. Now, the Wild Rover in this story is actually a pirate ship. And this tells the tragic tale of a woman or of a member of the crew who decided to repent for his crimes of piracy. And will he sail the Wild Rover? No, never, no more. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, go! I've sailed the Wild Rover for many a year, and I spent all me doubloons on rum and on beer. but now I'm returning with golden great soul. And I never will sail the wild rover no more. And it's no, nay, never. And clap your hands, no, nay, never, no more. Will I sail the wild rover? No, never, no more. I went into an inn which I used to frequent, and I told the innkeeper me doubloons are spent. I asked him for credit, she answered me nay, for it's pirates like you that I have every day, and it's no, nay, never. Stop! 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 Ugh! This happens all the time. There's always somebody here who doesn't clap. Now, one of you was not. Oh no, dearie, you did just fine. No, he was fine too. The person who did not clap when I told you to is this person right over here. Now, guess what? You and your book and your whatever that little device is over to your friend, and you have to come with me. Come on, come on, come on. Right over here, lad. Now, turn, yeah, so we can see your handsome face there. Now, state your name.
Jerry.
Jerry. Last name.
Ron.
Jerry Ron. Or Ron Jerry, since both your names are first names. Okay, now guess what? Jerry Ron or Ron Jerry. We have to do that whole verse over again thanks to you because you didn't clap. Now let me see you clap. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, well, let's hope you get it right this time. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, go! I went into an inn which I used to frequent, and I told the innkeeper me doubloons are spent. I asked her for credit, she answered me nay, for it's pirates like you that I have every day, and it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more will I sail the wild rover. No, never, no more. All right, let's hear it for Jerry Ron for being a good student. Well done, lad. Now, excellent. Awaits you? You don't pay attention? I'm here to work here. I would have been the worst teacher you ever had in school if I had decided to go that way. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, go. I come home to me parents, confess what I've done, and I ask them to pardon the buccaneer son, and now they caress me as oft as before, for I never will sail the wild rover no more, and no, nay, never. Stop! 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 Ah! Another one in the audience. All right. Nope, don't worry, kids. It wasn't you. You're doing wonderful. Now, who I am referring, what is it with these tiny little thingamajiggies that you guys are all, like, looking at here and typing on?
Little rectangles.
Anyway, sir, I am referring to you, my friend. So guess what? You're going to come up here with me.
So what? I can't see much.
All right, step over here by me, sir. Now, state your name.
Lei.
Lei. What's your last name?
Chang.
Lei Chung?
Yeah.
Well, guess what, Lei? Because you didn't clap, we have to do that whole verse over again because of you. Now,
Okay, if you have the voice.
you're not getting off that easily. All right, so let's make sure you can actually clap. So, when I say so, go 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, now, if you had done that the first time, you wouldn't be in this predicament right now. So let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, go! I come home to me parent. No, you're going too early. I'm wondering if I should just give up on you right now. All right. I'll give you another chance. 1, 2,
He's
3.
very forgiving.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, go! I come home to me parents, confess what I've done, and I ask them to pardon their buccaneer son. And now they caress me as oft as before. Well, I never will sail the wild rover no more, and it's no, nay, never, now! No, nay, never, no more will I sail the wild rover. No, never, no more. Lee, correct?
Yes.
Well done, sir.
You do.
A round of applause to Lee. All right, now let's take it one more time, and hopefully you'll all get it right. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, go, and it's no, nay, never. And clap your hands, no, nay, never, no more will I sail the wild rover. No, never, no more. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I am going to take a load off. It's not easy when you're the captain and you have to stand there on the top of the ship there as it's going into port, because you're not only the captain, but the best looking of the bunch. Now, there are some rules of piracy, mate. Now, one rule that is very important is whether you have 2 eyes, like myself, or oh, right, you forgot the patch. It's uncomfortable. Or 1 eye, like One-Eye Bruce is, I suppose you could say he's sort of demonstrating there. One of those eyes has to be looking over your shoulder at all times. How do you think I lost it? We'll talk about that later. Now, I learned that lesson the hard way from my first mate, a man by the name of Oscar Andrews. Now, old Oscar Andrews was a pirate captain himself, and one day, there he is, stuck in a vessel. His plan was he was going to take the ship over and make it his flagship. But at the same time that Andrews was chasing down that ship, another pirate ship was coming in the other direction with the same goal. And who was captaining that ship but me? Hey. And we both attacked the ship at the same time, which was kind of confusing. Now, this had never happened before, so you took the words right out of my mouth there, lad. That's basically what we were saying. Anyway, so we attacked the ship, but in the confusion we decided, and we thought back, now, let me ask, now, is this your sister over here, little lad? Is that your sister? Okay, I nodded. Now, are you ever told that you need to share with your sister? Are you ever told that? I bet you are. What about you, Jude? Are you told you have to share with your brother? Well, thinking back to our childhood, when we were told to share, we agreed, both Oscar Andrews and myself, to share and attack and pillage the other ship. Totally makes sense, right? Right. Now, we did so, and we took over the ship, and it became our flagship. And the surviving members of that ship's crew signed the articles and became part of our crew. and a big celebration broke out right there on the deck of the ship. Sadly, though, the celebration would be short-lived, as both Oscar Andrews and myself each wanted the captain's position. So the fight then turned to each other, and we battled, and I defeated him right there on the deck of the ship. And I was named the new captain. Now, Oscar Andrews oftentimes tries to take over the captain's position, and 99% of the time he fails, except for one time when he got the entire crew together. They all mutinied against me, and they shackled me up, placed me in a lifeboat. Now this lifeboat had no supplies, provisions, food, or drink, and they set me adrift in the ocean. The plan was they'd sail me onward, and the heat and the hot sun and the little sea creatures would be enough to sail me onward to the Flying Dutchman. Now, Captain Andrews, as he commissioned himself, a few weeks later arrived at Port Agotor. Now, Port Agotor is a safe haven for pirates like us, established by a pirate captain named Gentleman Jason Williams. Now, there's Captain Andrews and crew celebrated in Williams Tavern Inn. But then who should arrive at port but me? And all the music stopped, and I focused my gaze on Andrews, stepped towards him, and I said, "So, mate, thought you could leave me tied to that lifeboat and sail me onward to the Flying Dutchman." And Andrews dropped to his knees, and he begged to be spared. And I looked at Andrews, and he back at me. I drew me cutlass, and I said, "I didn't think you had it in you!" And I joined in the celebration, and we all had a wonderful time. Well, yeah, I take it back. Everyone except Oscar Andrews. Now, as well as sparing Andrews' life, I agreed to demote him back down to first mate. Now, you may be wondering, why would I do something like that after he did what he did? Well, 'tis another lesson of piracy and life, mates. You keep your friends close and your enemies closer. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I will turn things back over to our mate, Tortuga Tom. That's right. And Tortuga Tom is going to give us a nice little song.
When I was just a little lad or so, me mammy told me, away, haul away,
We'll haul away, Joe.
that if I didn't kiss the girls, me lips would grow all moldy.
Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe.
So first I had an Irish girl, but she grew fat and lazy.
Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe.
And then I had a Bristol girl, but she just drove me crazy.
Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe.
Now William is the ship's captain, pillaging land to land.
Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe.
He was caught and tried and hung, fated by the king's own hand.
Away, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe.
Away, haul away,
We'll haul away, Joe. Wonderful, wonderful.
I did it!
Yes, you did. Now, back over here. Now, folks, I think it's time for another story. And here to give you This wonderful story is One-Eyed Bruce.
Arr, mateys, arr, arr. Have you heard that story about Jack Rosethorn?
No.
Jack Rosethorn was a pirate born in New Hampshire, but made a name for himself in piracy along the coast of New England. Eventually, he was arrested and tried and jailed in Boston. And he was watched and guarded by the ruthless Boston jailer. So one night, while Jack was sitting in his cell, Jack had a visitor.
Was his mother!
Jack's mother arrived and pleaded with the jailer and said, please, may I give my son a final meal and a cup of wine, for he is to be hung on the morrow on Boston Common. The morrow means the next day. Arr! Arr! So, as Jack's mother fed him and comforted him before his fateful day, the jailer, overcome with fatigue, falls asleep. And when he awakens, Jack Rosethorn is nowhere to be found. There was a manhunt all over Boston, from Dorchester to Reedville, from Roxbury to Brighton, even in the Museum of Science. Arr! And finally, Jack was caught once again. And once again, under the jailer's watchful eye, Jack had a visitor.
Was his mother!
Once again, Jack's mother had come down and pleaded with the jailer. She pleaded with the jailer and said, please may I give my son a final meal and a nice cup of wine to wash it down before he meets his fate. The jailer said, all right. So once again, Jack's mother fed him, comforted him and fed him, gave him a cup of wine. And once again, the jailer, overcome with fatigue, once again fell asleep. And once again, the jailer woke up to an empty cell. Jack Rosethorn once again was gone. So now there was a rumor going around Boston. That rumor was that Jack was a purveyor of the dark arts. He was a practicer of the mystic powers. But once again, the city of Boston was scoured and Jack Rosethorn was once again captured. And once again, Jack receives a visitor.
Was his mother! Oh, she does.
That's not what I heard. Anyway. So once again, Jack's mother appeals to the jailer, but this time the jailer was not to be fooled. Jack's mother went up to him and said, please, sir, may I give my son a final meal and a nice cup of wine? The jailer said, yes, but this time the jailer was going to stay awake. He was going to watch because he did not believe that Jack Rosethorn practiced black magic. There had to be another explanation. So for a long time, Jack was with his mother. And the jailer, although fighting fatigue, managed to stay awake. Finally, Jack's mother went up to the jailer and said, please, sir, do you have any cups? I seem to have forgotten cups for wine. He said, all right. But the jailer went around the corner, but he did not go get the cups of wine. He peered back and found the reason for Jack's apparent escape. Jack's mother would very quietly reach over, take the keys off the hook on the wall, very quietly unlock the door, let Jack out, and then very quietly put the keys back on the hook as if they had never been touched. So, the next day, Jack Rosethorn was led to the gallows, and hanging next to him
Was his mother!
Arr, keep a weather eye.
Wonderful, wonderful.
nice for families to stick together.
Big round of applause for One-Eyed Bruce. Well, me mates, I think that it is time for another song. And here to give that song is once again our good mate, One-Eyed Bruce. Arr. Okay. Arr. We do what we can. Arr. I'm singing the right song here. Arr. Who here is interested in being a pirate? All two of you. Wonderful, wonderful. Then this song, listen very carefully, because I'm about to tell you how to be a pirate. We have some visuals here for you too, folks. Don't try this at home. Being a pirate is all fun and games till someone loses an ear. It drips down your neck and it falls from the deck till someone shouts, "Oi, what's this here?" You can't wear your glasses. Want to touch it? Nor chat up the lasses. Your friends have to shout so you hear. Being a pirate is all fun and games till someone loses an ear. But it's all part of being a pirate. You can't be a pirate without all your parts. It's all part of being a pirate. You can't be a pirate without all of your parts. Being a pirate is all fun and games till someone loses an eye. It seems like the blaze makes you go crazy. You can't let your mates see you cry. A dashing black patch will cover the hatch. Make sure the socket stays dry. Being a pirate is all fun and games till someone loses an eye. It's all part of being a pirate. You can't be a pirate without all your parts. It's all part of being a pirate. You can't be a pirate without all your parts. Being a pirate is all fun and games till someone loses a hand.
Yeah.
And it squirts and jolly well hurts. High five. High five. Ah, there we go. Fashionable hook. There's a nice little hook. But now you can't play in the thing. Because what happens is you got a hook, you got to kind of, you can't really hit the string because it's a hook. You know, a hook. A hook. There you go, hook. Right. Being a pirate.
That comes from playing with a hook.
I know. Being a pirate is all fun and games till someone loses a hand.
Hey, matey.
But it's all part of being a pirate. You can't be a pirate without all your parts. It's all part of being a pirate. You can't be a pirate without all of your parts. Being a pirate is all fun and games till someone loses a leg. Your pace never quickens, hopping around on a peg. You don't want to know. Ask your sweetheart to marry for too long you tarried. Because now you can't kneel down and beg. Being a pirate is all fun and games till someone loses a leg.
apart. It's all part of being a pirate. You can't be a pirate from all your parts. Being a pirate is all fun and games till someone loses a head. It falls with a thud, and it's covered in blood. Yeah. Covered in and your beard is all sticky and red. Can't comb your hair because your head's over there. But besides that, by now you'd be dead. I already am. Pirate is all fun and games till someone loses a head. It's all part of being a pirate. You can be a pirate from all your parts. It's all part of being a pirate. You can be a pirate with all of your parts. So all you beware. Hardly seems fair, but you can't be a pirate if you're all there.
Oh, fine harmony.
Round of applause for One-Eyed Bruce. And another round of applause for the body parts over there. I know you definitely like that.
That one's in the bag.
Now, folks, we have another wonderful story to share with you. Now, to many a pirate captain, many of them believe that to have a woman aboard ship is bad luck. Now, that didn't stop one woman. Her name was Anna. Now, Anna was so in love with the sea that it consumed her in the end. Now, knowing what she knows about people believing she would be bad luck, Anna purchased a boy's sailor suit. And she purchased a hat and managed to pin her hair up under her hat. Now, she registered with a well-known pirate captain. Now, Anna, or Andrew, as she went by, did very well. She was able to cover up her secret quite nicely until one night, during a fierce storm, with rain, hail, thunder, and lightning, Anna was bringing the captain food to his cabin. Now, waves are pushing against the ship, and Anna gets to the cabin. She opens the door, and a fierce wave brushes up against the ship, forcing Anna forward, and she spilled the food all over the captain. And the captain scorned at Anna as she ran away. Captain gave orders, seize that cabin boy. So the crew all grabbed hold of Anna. As she's struggling and struggling, her hat fell off, revealing her long dark hair. Captain, one of the men shouted, this cabin boy is a woman. And the captain said, the ship is cursed. The ship is cursed. Send her overboard, mate. And they pick up Anna as she's struggling to get free. No! And they send her overboard. And Anna drowns and dies right there. Now, to this day, Anna is oftentimes referred to as the handsome cabin boy. It's of a pretty female As you may understand, her mind being bent for rambling unto a foreign land, she dressed herself in sailor's clothes, or so it would appear, and she hired with a captain to serve him for a year. Her cheeks, they were like roses, her hair done up in curls. The sailors often smiled and said, he looks just like a girl. But one night during a fierce great storm, her secret was destroyed, and the Dutchman was the fate for her. The handsome cabin boy. Thank you. Now, shortly after Anna was sent to the Flying Dutchman, the storm suddenly broke. The clouds lifted, and the moon and the stars had shone brightly in the sky. The ship sailed onward peacefully. Now the next 3 days would bring good fortune to the captain and crew. They arrived at 3 different islands within that time period. Now each island was loaded with treasure. Gold, jewels, emeralds, sapphires. By the time they left the 3rd island, upon loading up the ship, the captain and crew were very rich. The captain called the crew over and said, "Men, I am very proud of you all. Our good fortune is due to you acting quickly when sending our stowaway overboard to Davy Jones." And with that, a huge celebration broke out right there on the deck of the ship, with food, drink, music, and merriment that would last all evening. Now the next day, the ships sailed onward, and at the course and speed they were heading, they would have been ported by dusk. But dusk came, and nothing in the ocean looked familiar. No ports, no villages, no other ships, nothing but open ocean as far as the eye can see. They checked the maps, compasses, directions of the wind. They were on course, but nothing in the ocean was familiar. So not knowing what to do, the captain thought and just said, "Well, we have no choice. We must sail onward." But onward to where? Very quickly, the provisions wore out. No more food, no more drink. And many of the crew were driven insane by the heat of the hot sun. The ship remained on course, but on course to where still remained a mystery. Finally, one evening, the captain gave orders to drop the anchor. And as he's checking the maps one more time, the crew noticed a little creature coming out of the water. And then another and another. These little creatures looked like fish. But as they surrounded the ship, they could see that these were not fish. "Captain," one of the men shouted, "there be mermaids in these waters." Yes, mermaids. Dozens surrounded the ship, staring at each one of the crew, seducing them with their sultry dance. their sweet song, and their incredible beauty. None of the crew could resist as the mermaid stared at the crew, hypnotizing all. Hypnotizing all. Suddenly, the mermaid swam away, and from out the bottom of the ocean rose a ghostly figure of a woman wearing a boy's sailor suit. "It's her!" one of the men shouted. "It's the ghost of the woman we sent to the Dutchman! It's her!" And yes, there hovered before them was the ghostly figure of Anna, as she laughed and taunted the crew. "Doom! Doom engulfs you all!" And the skies clouded up yet again, and a storm once again broke out. "Rain, hail, thunder, lightning! Abandon ship! Abandon ship!" the captain shouted. The crew tried to make their way to the lifeboats, but the lifeboats struck the lifeboats, ripping them to shreds, trapping the crew aboard ship. And as the ship was sinking down, they could continue hearing the laughter of the ghost of Anna. "Doom! Doom engulfs you all!" echoed in the crew's minds as they were sent down to the bottom of the ocean. Suddenly, as quickly as it came, the storm lifted, and all was peaceful yet again. Now, many a sailor and pirate captain, we've all driven through those waters, even me and my crew. But when we do, we keep a weather eye out for mermaids, as the mermaids do the bidding of Anna, the handsome cabin boy. One night while all were lost at sea, not one known port in sight, mermaids came and approached the ship from the left and from the right, using such charm and beauty. All were under their great spell, and all members of the ship and crew were dragged down where they fell. So, dear friends, I toast to your good health, and I wish you all good joy. And here's hope you have a jolly lot more than the handsome cabin boy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the King Serpent Pirates to sail onward to other ports. But before we do that, I think you should all meet the members of the King Serpent crew. First of all, as Tortuga Tom, please a round of applause for Mr. Tom Arena. And One-Eyed Bruce, a round of applause for Mr. Bruce Chester.
And we'd like to introduce to you our fearless leader, played by Captain Pork Tongue, played by Dave Breen. I was going to say the founder of our church, Dave Breen.
Thank you very much, folks. We are the King Serpent Variety Troupe. We thank you for coming out, not only supporting us, but Joe and everybody at Malden Porchfest. And if you want to know more about us, you can find us. The best way to find out more about us is if you log on to Linktree and our page there, King Serpent Variety Troupe. That leads to our website, kingserpent.com, our Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok as well. And I also brought some business cards too. So thank you very much, folks.
And thank you to our happy host.
Yes, and a round of applause to our host, Joe.
Woohoo! Thank you, King Serpent Variety Troupe. I hope everybody enjoyed that. We're going to have a short break now. Just a quick note. We have some delicious food from the establishment in Medford. It's a great restaurant. We have acupressure over here from John Say, and he's really good at rearranging your neck and back. And some people have asked, over here where I'm pointing, you'll find the restroom. Go in the door, first room on the left will be the restroom. And now, hang out, grab a chip, grab a bite. We're going to have the MAP Family Center coming on next. And we have some talented children from right here in Malden. They're going to put on a really good show for us. Let's get ready, MAP Family Center.
We reveal it at other time. Thank you.
We're going to be setting up for about 10 minutes or so. So enjoy the food, and we got a great show for you.
Called Pirate Tales of New England, which covers New England as pirates in history, like Dixie Gold, Blackbeard,